Whole sports all plays. Yeah. Whole sports all plays. Whole sports all plays. 365, we making a plays. You talking the game, get you through the days. We're high in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety topics living the same. All presentation, sports information. Hitting the airways, taking the nation. Sport all plays, like working your faces. Grace at the field, so tie the laces. Whole sports all plays.
All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the ASAP Afternoon Blitz. I'm Chris, your host, Chris Gonzalez. Joined. It's been a while since he's been on here, but joined by Gray. He's actually one of the original guys on the Blitz, but just had a kid. Congratulations on that. He's not been on for a while, but he wasn't gonna miss the chance to get on today. Talk about the big game tonight, the Chiefs and Chargers. But how you doing, Gray?
Yeah, I'm doing good, Chris. It's good to be back on the Blitz. The big showdown is tonight, the one we've been waiting on. So I can't wait for 7:15 p.m. Central to get here, man. I'm ready.
Oh, it's gonna be a fun one. I'm actually thinking about maybe doing a watch along for it tonight.
Oh, okay.
I think it's going to be a fun game. I think it's going to be a shootout.
Yeah.
It can very easily be a shootout. We say that, and now it'll probably be a defensive struggle.
Yeah, 17-14, right?
Before we jump into the game, some breaking news that just came out is Roger Federer is retiring from tennis. He's going to play one more tournament, I think, next week or the week after, the Laver Cup, and then he's going to retire from the tour. I think after 20 years, I think is what they said. I mean, he's going to go down as maybe the best men's guy there was. He's going to be right up there.
Yeah.
With all the Grand Slams he has, and I think like 20 majors and all. I mean, he's had an amazing career. But when he passed Pete Sampras that's kind of what he's known for when he broke Sampras' record for the most Grand Slams. It's just kind of crazy to lose two tennis legends about a month apart.
Yeah. Congrats on a new chapter for Roger Federer. We will miss him playing tennis. He made tennis fun. Him and the Nadal matches were always great, always, legendary matches. So we'll definitely miss that. To me, he's definitely top 3 or top 2 men's tennis players of all time. However you want to do it. You want to do Sampras and Federer, or Federer, Sampras, however you want, whichever order you want.
Yeah.
He's definitely up there. And it was great to see him dominate in his prime. And now it opens the door for other men's tennis players to come in and not necessarily fill the shoes, because those are some big shoes to fill, but gives the other guys a chance to,
maybe have the spotlight a little bit.
Yeah, the spotlight, and and also win. Now that he's out there, they can win some. So,
he did say he's still going to do some things with tennis. He just won't be playing. He won't be playing on the tour no more. So he'll probably play in some maybe some tournaments that aren't sanctioned tournaments or something like that, or who knows, charity stuff and different appearance things, but he just isn't going to play like competitively on the tour anymore.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's gonna be weird not having him, especially like the start of next season. That first season is gonna be kind of weird not having him up there, especially to challenge Nadal. I mean, I know you got Djokovic up there as well, but it's not the same as the Nadal and Federer rivalry.
Yes, those were always great. That classic Wimbledon final between those two that went that went into the sunset. That went, the center court almost went dark. That's how long they were going in that final.
Yeah,
And that's one of the great matches from those two. But yeah, it now opens the door now, and just like on the women's side now that. Serena has, went ahead and called it quits. It opens, the door now for some of the ladies now. So it's a new era in tennis. We're gonna have to learn some new names.
tennis is kind of going through what golf is going through with Tiger. Tiger starting to fade out.
Yeah,
There's going to be some new guys step up now. Now tennis is going to be going through that same process.
yeah, the same process now. So hopefully within the next year or two, will be another superstar that we can watch for another, 15 years. So
I think the next golf superstar is going to be Tiger's son, Charlie.
oh yeah, Charlie, yeah.
He's already better than some adults.
Right, yeah. Yeah.
That dude can play. I've seen him play in a little thing, a tournament where him and Tiger were. There was like teams, like father and son or whatever. And, man, he could play. Like, damn, for that young, some of the shots he's making, it's like, dude, there's some pros that can't make that shot.
Yeah, so that will be fun to watch once Tiger's son, makes some majors. That will be good.
Well, let's jump into this big game tonight. What do you think is going to be the factor or the key factor for for either team to win? I know you're a big Chiefs fan, so what do you think is going to be the big factor for the Chiefs?
Well, on the defensive side, it's going to be getting stops on third down. We know Brandon Staley likes to go for it on fourth down, so getting stops on fourth down as well. There are some key guys that won't play tonight. Harrison Butker is going to be out. They practice. There's some new kicker that's going to be kicking. I forget his name right now, but they had a practice. I believe this was on Tuesday. They were trying out kickers, and they came up with the one that's going to play tonight. So hopefully he doesn't miss any kicks tonight. And Trey Smith, he may or may not play. I'm hoping that he does, because if not, our backup linemen aren't as good as our starting linemen. So I would really hope that, Trey can go. And then Trent McDuffie, he's going to be out the next 4 weeks. So that now leaves our corners to be Fenton and Sneed, which is fine. They can both, do well. It's going to come down to defense, getting pressure on Herbert. You can't let him sit back there all day. I think with Chris Jones and now Karlaftis, I think they'll be able to get some pressure on him in this game. Offensively, do what you've been doing. You got Patrick Mahomes, the best quarterback in football right now. Do what you did, against the Cardinals. Spread it out. somebody is going to be open. Even if the Chargers do want to double Kelsey, you still have Juju. You got Valdez-Scantling. So there are other options there. Amendola. Okay, that's his name. All right, Matt Amendola. I have forgotten his name. So
how's it going, normal guy? Thanks for joining us as well. Matt Amendola.
So hopefully he doesn't miss any kicks now. Hopefully it doesn't come down to him tonight. But
it can't be no worse than what the Colts field goal kicker did last week.
Yeah. He's gonna be. I don't know if he's gonna make it through the whole season the way that it's starting for him. But
the Colts already got rid of him.
Oh, they already did. Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there it is. Well, there it is. Yeah.
Well, not only did he miss the field goals, he also kicked the 2 kickoffs out of bounds.
Oh no! See, and that's crazy.
One was in overtime. Another one was in the fourth quarter, kicking the ball out of bounds. It's like, come on, you can't. Yeah, they done replaced him.
Okay, so yeah, and it's definitely going to come down to fourth quarter. I just feel like the way the Chiefs offense is right now, Patrick Mahomes has so many options. It's hard to stop that. And I'm pretty sure that Derwin James is going to be on Travis Kelce for most of this game, if not all of it. So, of course, Kelce has to win that battle. But I expect Patrick Mahomes to get at least three touchdown passes in this game. So I have the Chiefs winning 35-28 tonight.
Oh man, see, I was leaning toward the Chargers, but now with the Chargers missing Keenan Allen, that kind of worries me.
Thank God he's not playing. That's one less person we got to worry about.
That kind of worries me. But the reason I was leaning toward the Chargers is because of their defense. With the addition of Khalil Mack and them, man, that defense is going to be tough. Yes. But I think this could easily come down to which team has the ball last. Yes. It could be one of them games, which team has the ball last, because it could be one of them games where neither defense can stop the other offense. Because, I mean, both these quarterbacks are so talented. I mean, like you said, Mahomes is arguably the best in the league. And then Herbert's working on getting his name up there as one of the best in the league. I mean, with the improvement we've seen with him every year, and he has a cannon of an arm too.
Yes.
So I think it's going to be a real good game, but I do think it's probably going to come down to who has the ball last. But the question I was going to ask you is the Chiefs' defense, because there was a lot talked about over the offseason about their defense. Did it get any better? Did it get worse? I know you were pretty confident in the defense coming into the season. They had a good showing against the Cardinals, but how much of that was the Cardinals' offense not very good, especially Miskin Hopkins, or was most of it the Chiefs' defense?
I feel like most of it was the Chiefs' defense, because in past seasons, even when the Chiefs faced a team that had a lesser, offense, they would still give up some, big plays and, giving up 28, 30 points. So what I liked was the pass rush. I like the pass rush. Our secondary, I felt, did very good last week. That's why I'm kind of bummed out that McDuffie had got injured, because no one is throwing to his side, literally. All preseason, they didn't throw over there. I was like, okay, well, it's preseason. They probably, not trying to do too much. And then Kyler Murray didn't throw over there. I said, okay, he must be doing something right, because Because now it's really becoming McDuffie Island, like we be saying on Saturdays. So,
Yeah.
So for him to get hurt, it's kind of it's kind of a bummer because I felt like he was really becoming that guy. So now with these 4 games with him out, it's going to be up to Snead and Fenton to be able to hold their own. Keenan Allen is not playing, so that is good. So I'm sure that Mike Williams is going to get most of the passes in this game, and Mike Williams is a chief killer. He has done it plenty of times. So, but I feel confident whichever corner is on him, whether it's Snead or Fenton, I feel like they will do okay against Mike Williams tonight.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how much that affects the Chargers' offense with Keenan Allen being out. I mean, you're talking about a guy I think has made the Pro Bowl like 5, excuse me, like 5 straight years.
Yep.
Something like that. I mean, dude's always in the. I mean, he's always had. I mean, he's just good.
Yes.
And it's going to be big missing him. Another thing I think kind of hurts the Chargers is they don't have a great run game. I mean, I know they have Eckler back there, but just for some reason it don't seem like they can get the run going. So a lot of times they're a pretty pass heavy offense. And in a game like this, if the Chiefs defense can make some stops, that could really hurt them because you're giving the ball back to Mahomes and you're not taking much time off the clock.
Right. The only way, and me and RJ kind of talked about it on Red Kingdom on Tuesday. The only way I see this game getting out of hand as far as the Chiefs blowing out the Chargers is if they jump on them early. 17-3, 20-6, something like that. It can start getting ugly for the Chargers because Arrowhead is already, it's the loudest stadium. But on a home opener, it's magnified times 1,000. So if the Chiefs jump on them big early, it can get away really, really quick, especially tonight. So
you going to the game tonight? Did you get you some tickets?
I'm not going. I'm not.
So I'm gonna be watching at home in my comfortable recliner.
Yeah, I will be home. Tickets have gotten pricey since the Chiefs be going to AFC championships every year now. Yeah. So, but arm and leg
to go watch a game.
Right, exactly. So, but it's gonna be sold out. The crowd is gonna be amped. So it's gonna be a very, very good atmosphere as it always is. And also, on offense, our tackles have to win the day today. Andrew Wiley and
can't let Bosa.
Can't
let Bosa wreck the game.
Can't let Bosa wreck it. So whichever side he's gonna line up on, I need Andrew Wiley and Orlando Brown Jr. to hold their own, which I'm confident that they will. Bosa and Mack are talented. I'm not going to say they're not going to get a sack because they are that good. We don't need them to take over the game. Taking over the game means they have 4 or 5 sacks. So our tackles got to hold their own, which, we have the best offensive line in football. I feel comfortable in saying that. So I think we'll be able to hold off Mack and Bosa tonight.
Well, and even if they don't get sacks, you don't want them to get hits, be getting hits on Mahomes. You know what I mean? Getting him out of rhythm.
That's right.
Jamal Adams, Frankie says Jamal Adams out for season.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
That's a
I hadn't seen
that's a
that
big
yet.
loss for Seattle. Yeah.
I was hoping he wouldn't be, but when you see the injury, it didn't
Yeah.
look good.
Yeah, it didn't look good. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
real quick, going back to the ticket prices, they made the ticket prices so high that just a normal guy can't afford to go.
Ah, yeah.
And
Yeah.
then you're paying so much for a seat to sit in the nosebleed where you can sit at home and have a better view.
All right, exactly. Yeah.
Even though I love the atmosphere of going to a live game, I mean it's awesome. But
Yes.
if I'll go, I want to get decent tickets, and to get decent tickets, it's just too much.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
not counting. You're going to spend a couple $100 and that's before you ever get there to pay for parking,
Yep.
eat food, drinks,
Yep.
all that stuff. If you have kids, you take with you souvenirs.
Yep. Yeah. It's about tonight's game. I'm pretty sure if you wanted a seat on the 50-yard line, you're paying at least $500 for 2 tickets.
Oh, I bet maybe.
Well, I mean, close to 500. So it's
maybe even
it's
more.
pricey.
Maybe even more than that.
Yeah. So that's why it's like, yeah, I love to be at Arrowhead. I
know a couple years
I do
ago,
want to go to a game this year, but we'll see.
I know a couple of years, like 3 years ago, my son bought me and my dad Colts tickets for Father's Day. He bought tickets for me, him, and my dad. And we were like on the 40-yard line, and I know he paid close to $200 a piece for them tickets. Now we were only about like 15. I think we were in the 12th row up, about like on the 40-yard line. But still, man, that's by the time he bought 3 tickets, that's almost, and you pay all your fees and stuff. That's like $700 just like damn, just to get in the door.
Just to get in the door. Yeah, that's the thing. And I kind of get it.
And that wasn't even a big game like tonight is. That was just the Colts against the Falcons on a Sunday afternoon at 1 p.m. You know what I mean? Right. It was a prime time Thursday night game between two teams that could be challenging to get to the Super Bowl.
Yeah. It can get pricey. I understand. As far as football wise, it's less home games. So it's not like baseball where, okay, we have 81 home games, so we don't need to have the prices at $200 a pop because we have 81 home games. Whereas in football, you only get 8 or 9 home games. So I get, numbers wise, but it would be nice if they were a little bit cheaper. Yes. What's going on, bro?
What's going on, y'all? How y'all feeling?
Pretty good.
Good. Feeling good, man.
Fired up for this football game tonight. What you think's going to happen? We know that Greg's the Cheif'S guy around here, so he's really fired up. But what's your thoughts on tonight's game?
Greg is fired up with good reason. I got a chance to do the morning show with my boy Ray, and let me tell you something, man.
Yeah, you guys done a great job, by the way. I was listening. I couldn't be on. I had to go pick my son up, but you guys it was a good show.
Oh, appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. I don't get a chance to work with Ray often, so it was definitely a pleasure to work with him. Very knowledgeable guy. So shout out to Ray Cruz. But yeah, as I mentioned earlier, man, I said I know Greg is somewhere jumping up for joy. I mean, after that performance we seen from Pat Mahomes, I mean, the man is showing that he's fired up. I think Tyreek Hill should have kept his mouth shut because he done motivated this man. He said, "You said who is more accurate than me?"
Yeah.
So I mean, Pat Mahomes is. I mean, if you really look at it, I mean, he loses Tyreek Hill, but he gains 2 number 2 receivers that are legit number 2 receivers in Valdez-Scantling and in Juju Smith-Schuster. And you add that with McCole Hardman and the up-and-coming GOAT and Tyree, my boy, oh my God, just had a brain fart, Travis Kelce. Yeah. You add him, I'm talking about now you got a team to be reckoned with, let me tell you.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. And that's what that's what I've been saying throughout the whole off season is you can't get worse if you have more people to throw to. That's why I never understood when people are saying, well, the Chiefs offense won't be as good as it's. How can it not be as good when Patrick Mahomes has more people to throw to? It never made sense to me.
And honestly, the two guys that they got are better route runners than what Tyreek Hill is. Tyreek Hill, don't get me wrong, he's a good player, but he's more running on a straight line using his speed. And then if the play breaks down, being able to get open. He's not a guy that's known for his route running abilities. Where Schuster and Scantling's a speed guy, but Schuster can run routes, and I believe a little bit better than what Tyreek Hill comes out of a route.
Yes.
Yeah, and we seen Juju Smith-Schuster. All the criticism that he got, he still held it down in Pittsburgh. The guy was still somebody that defenders had to watch out for. You wasn't just gonna let this guy just run free, out there on the field.
Trying to make TikTok videos while he's out in the field.
When he's focused, I think he's a good receiver, and you have to remember, right now it was kind of a fiasco going on in Pittsburgh. You knew Big Ben was on his way out the door. They kind of lost some of that luster on that defense, and they, you can kind of see the writing on the wall that this wasn't a championship team. Now you go to a Kansas City that has a legit chance of winning the Super Bowl, winning it all. A team that has been a consistent team in the conference, in the championship, conference championship game. So I'm talking about, you have a real legit chance of winning the Super Bowl. Your focus kind of changes when we have a real chance of winning it all. So I think you add that with a Pat Mahomes, who's a great leader. I don't think people walk over Pat Mahomes. I think he garnishes the respect of his team, especially when you got the big dog Travis Kelce right behind you, especially when you got an experienced coach like Andy Reid behind you. It's really going to be coming down to the defense and the run game of the Chiefs. Can they get that run game to help Pat Mahomes? Because he's not going to throw for 5 touchdowns every game. Just not going to happen. And the defense show, you look at the Cardinals, they still put up 21 points on that defense. It's just that you had a gunslinger in Pat Mahomes to kind of rectify that wrong. But against this Chargers team, that defense is going to come ready to put their hands on Pat Mahomes. So they better be ready.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I think this, like I was telling Greg, I think this could be one of them games that whoever has the ball last wins.
Yeah, it really is. It's going to come down to that because it's going to be a shootout. It's going to be a shootout.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna have my popcorn ready. I'm ready to watch the shootout.
Oh, and as Ray alluded to, you can only watch this game on Amazon Prime.
Yes.
So this is the first game. I guess with this Amazon deal.
Why would you cut? You're cutting out so much of your audience by doing that. If you have it on, I know it's about money, but
it's money. Yeah.
You know what I mean? But if you have it like on channel, a local channel, then everybody can get it.
Yeah,
you're going to do better numbers. But hey, you're right. It's all about money.
It's about money. The
what is it like? What is it like $13 or something a month for the Amazon?
Yeah, $13 a month for Prime.
Yeah. Well, you can get a Fire Stick that got some certain qualities to it.
Yep.
We all know about that one. Yeah, we know about that one.
I might know a guy that has one of them. So I think that's why I'm gonna watch the game back tonight.
These leagues now are looking at how they can advance, and I guess streaming is the way to go now.
Yeah, streaming is nobody.
Nobody has cable anymore.
They're not having on both.
I have I have cable, and the reason I have cable is honestly, it's because of my wife. Honestly, her reality shows that she likes to watch. But I have cable, but I have a very, very basic package.
Yeah, I don't have cable.
Comes with the internet. Cable. I have HBO Max. I got the Fire Stick. I do a lot of streaming. I watch a lot of YouTube. So it's.
I got HBO Max as well. It came with my phone plan.
Yeah, well, I got to keep it up. I got my Game of Thrones on there, and I feel like HBO get all the good movies.
Yes, very classic movies. Too.
Classic movies. So I was just watching the one the other
My
day.
thing is, if you're gonna put it on Amazon Prime, still have it on the NFL Network or on one of the local channels. That way, you're getting them people as well, because a lot of people are still gonna watch it on Amazon Prime, even if you do have it on one of the other channels. Because a lot of people watch stuff on the go on their phone anymore. Some people will be sitting at home. A lot of people will be sitting at home with their TV off, watching stuff on their phone.
Yeah. I do. Sometimes I put the TV on just for noise. And I might turn it to sports and let it sit there. But most of the time, if I'm not social media browsing or reading articles, I'm watching YouTube.
Either on your phone or on a computer.
Yeah, and most of the time I'm on my phone because I don't feel like getting up. I'm on the computer all day at work. I don't want to touch a computer when I get home. So but you know what though? I think they don't want to compete against each other. So that's kind of like if you look at WWE and how you can watch all the pay-per-views on Peacock now instead of the actual WWE network. I think they're looking at it more so if I'm signing this deal with you, I don't want to take away the potential viewership you would get from this said deal. So instead of me showing it on my network and your network, I'll just let you have this particular game on your network.
It's going to be interesting to see what the numbers do.
It's all about partnership. I mean, Amazon right now has a wave. They have a wave.
Amazon almost runs every damn thing anymore.
Everything. I mean,
everything.
I remember when they first built the Amazon shop out here, and my wife was like, "Oh, I want to go. I heard you can go in there and you can scan products through the carts." And it was a field trip.
Here goes the money.
Lord Jesus. We all have some avid Amazon shoppers in our family. So
sure. But I'm pretty sure that the numbers are going to do very good.
Oh, especially with this matchup.
Yeah, with this matchup. Fortunately, here. Because the Chiefs are playing, it is going to be on a local channel here.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, it's going to be on a local channel here. Yeah, and then I'm sure in Los Angeles, I would guess it will be on
probably one of their local channels.
So since the two of them are playing, so I'm glad that the NFL is doing that. If your home team is playing, it can still be on a local.
Yeah, now I do like that because at least your fans will be able to watch it.
Yeah. So it's kind of the new wave. Isn't one of the years coming up where ESPN is gonna do the Super Bowl? Isn't that coming up here soon?
I think so.
So that's gonna be a whole new thing too.
I think that was in the new TV deals that now the Super Bowl ESPN is in that rotation now.
Yeah, which I feel that
I can't remember what year is the first year.
Yeah, I feel like that's part of the reason why Joe Buck and Troy Aikman went over to ESPN because
I was surprised. I was surprised they left Fox. I was surprised Fox let them go. I'm Fox, you thought Fox would have been throwing some more money at him, trying to beat ESPN's deal because they've been the Fox football guys for.
They paying Skip and Shannon all that money.
Since 2002, yeah, they paying Skip and Shannon. That's what
they paying Skip and Shannon all that money. They getting the views, and then I just saw First Things First now has a new time. They got a new, they got a new studio. I love First Things First. I won't like.
No, I like First.
Yeah, I like First Things First.
I like First Things First, but I don't like that they moved it to the afternoon.
I know because now you kind of defeat the.
I liked it in the morning. First Things First. Yeah. I think I wish they left it in the morning, but no, I like it in the show.
Yeah, I love it in the morning. I actually like Nick Wright, my boy Kevin Wiles, Chris Broussard. They have a nice dynamic with each other. They're funny.
Nick.
Wiles has a good personality.
Nick is a fake Skip. Nick say stuff. He be talking out the side of his neck, and I be like, "Come on, Nick, you can't really believe that."
But you're right, Wiles offers a good personality to go with them too.
Yes,
and
yes, he
feed
does.
off each other good.
Yeah, and Chris Broussard, he's just the elder statesman.
See, I listen to him. I listen to him and Rob Parker a lot at night.
You know what? Rob Parker's another one.
Oh yeah, you be talking crazy too sometimes.
Oh,
Rob Parker, yeah.
Yeah, they have a radio show every night. I listen to it quite a bit.
Yeah, I like him. Oh, can I give a shout out real quick? Shout out. I know my shout out means nothing to this man, but shout out to Steph Curry, man, who it's been reported that now his Under Armour deal is scheduled to get over $1 billion. Oh my goodness!
Oh, wow!
Goodness!
Billionaire.
I mean,
just off the shoe deal.
You know what though? He has brought so much attention to Under Armour. I've never seen so many people.
Under Armour probably still wouldn't be around if it wasn't for Steph Curry.
Yeah. So I mean, he deserves every dollar he's getting right now. But it's just amazing to see all these billionaires popping up now.
Yeah, that's true.
Damn, I should have played sports.
Hey, sometimes I'll be wishing like, man, I should have went ahead and played some basketball.
Should have stayed with it, man.
I was.
My problem is when you're 5'5" and 130 pounds, there ain't many professional sports you can play.
Yeah, God didn't bless me with the height, man. I'm a little guy too, so I understand how you feel. You know what? I tell people all the time, you don't know how tall 6'7" is until you standing next to 6'7", and you're like, God damn.
I wrestled. That was my sport, wrestling.
Yes, sir, man. But yeah, Steph Curry, man, about to hit that $1 billion mark within a couple of years, man, and that's big, man. And I know he got other stuff going on the side, Don't be surprised if you don't see Steph Curry trying to step into that golf world too, with merchandise and he's a big golfer like MJ, and they've actually bonded over the game of golf. So, don't be surprised, man. I'm telling you, man, because when I found out MJ got NASCAR products and fishing products, I'm like, damn, is it anything Jordan don't got?
You got everything.
Real quick, Rob, did you see? Because I know you're a boxing fan like me.
Yeah.
Spence and Crawford have agreed to about terms.
Really?
Yeah.
Errol Spence.
Yep, that's what I was saying.
And Terrence Crawford.
They agreed. They've agreed to about terms. I don't know. I'll see if it says a date or anything, but that just came across. And did you see where Joshua and?
Yeah, he said it's December 3rd, right? You know what? I was shocked Tyson Fury just called him out like that.
It says Earl Spence Jr., Terrence Crawford agreed to terms for a potential November 19th mega fight.
I can't wait to see that.
That's going to be good.
I can't wait to see that. That's going to be you want to talk about what JR used to say, a slobber knocker?
I was surprised that Fury was going to fight Joshua instead of fighting.
Yeah, why he called him out? He has called out Usyk. I mean, he's called him out. He said, come on, man, let's unify these titles. Like I told everybody, I told you, his wife said after that fight, I believe he's retired. But if he has a chance to unify those titles, he's going to fight. And right now, Tyson Fury, to me, he's not, I won't say in his prime, but he's on a momentum.
But why take the risk of
Joshua? I don't know.
You know what I mean?
Joshua's kind of thrown himself
take
out
that
of the
risk before
heavyweight.
you do that unified fight. Because if you lose to Joshua, then that fight goes away.
Right, because I think that was the second fight between Joshua and Usyk. Usyk won that one again, and so Anthony Joshua kind of goes down a notch.
I didn't understand why.
I'm not calling him out. I don't want to fight Anthony Joshua anymore. I want that unification battle.
Yeah, I didn't understand that at all. Why take that chance? Which I think Fury will beat Joshua, but what I mean? Why take that chance? You get in that ring, anything can happen.
Anything.
When them punches just hit that right spot, you're out.
And you might be fighting a Joshua that's motivated to keep his name relevant in the heavyweight scene.
You'd hope he's motivated, because if not, he loses this fight. He's basically he's basically out of getting any big fights.
Hey, he gonna be in that place where Deontay Wilder's at. He gonna be in the gulag.
Them two probably fight each other.
You're gonna be in
Them
that
two probably
heavyweight,
fight each other.
that heavyweight division gulag. Let me tell you.
But no, that'd be a big fight.
I'm excited about Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford, man. I'm telling you, man, it's that'll be big. Yeah, you bring up a good point, Tony. That might strictly just be a money fight because Anthony Joshua's still gonna garnish respect to fight, lovers, and they're gonna go out there and they're gonna purchase that fight, and they can probably sell out a Wembley Stadium or something like that. So I mean, I know that's money, but that ain't the fight that the people want to see. I think that's the problem right now with boxing. Is boxing is not giving people the fight they want to see, and we have to wait so long to see these fights.
You have to wait till these guys are out of their prime, and then they fight each other.
I mean, Mayweather versus Pacquiao, as much of a spectacle as it wasn't the fight that we wanted
5 years.
To see.
It's 5 years too late.
Too late, and same. I'm glad. I hope nothing goes wrong with the Spence and Crawford fight. I want to see that fight. That's a fight I want to see. That's a fight that's been in the making for some years now as well. So, hopefully, the terms stayed agreed upon and these damn promoters don't mess up a good thing. That's why I hate, Chris. I hate these promoters. I understand you trying to make some money, but man, you got to keep the sport relevant to keep making money.
And then also we got a big fight this weekend. Damien wanted to ask who we have. You have Triple G and Canelo.
Oh
this weekend.
Yeah. I'm going Canelo this one. I just think Triple G has been out of the boxing scene for a little bit too long, and Canelo, he's been steady fighting and getting garnishing victories and I just think he's gonna be motivated to kind of end this speculation of Triple G being better than him. But this is another one. This is a trilogy. I think it's happened too late.
Last fight.
He definitely is, because we know Triple G. I don't know what it is. That man got bricks in his gloves or something, but I've seen him knock the holy hell out of people. That's a hard-hitting individual, man. Oh my God. I mean, I heard about Triple G because of his knockouts, and I watched the highlight tape of that man, and I've literally seen him hit people, and I watched the soul walk out their body and look down and say, "That's me,"
Yeah.
Also, this is gonna be a heavy hitter. This is gonna be a fight because it's. I don't want to say it's bad blood between these guys, but it's definitely a competitive thing going on between these guys. Who's the better fighter? Me and you, mano y mano. So yeah, this is gonna be a great fight too. But I just think Triple G. I know he had enough time to train and get ready for this fight, but it's different when you've been consistently on the fighting scene, especially fighting a fighter like Canelo. Saul, baby, he gonna come out ready.
Oh yeah, I think it's gonna be another good fight. That's Saturday night, and there's a UFC on also Saturday, a free one. It's all right. You don't have a great card, but it'll be all right. But I'm definitely looking forward to that boxing Saturday night.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And then NFL Sunday. College football. We haven't really talked much college football, but last weekend of college football was crazier than hell.
That was insane.
6 top 20 teams go down.
Texas A&M losing. I'm sure somewhere Nick Saban was smiling on the inside when Texas A&M lost.
He better not be smiling too much because Texas should have beat Alabama.
Yeah, they should. Yeah.
Hey, and not only beat them, but with their backup quarterback playing.
Yeah.
Because their starter got hurt in the first quarter, second quarter, or something like that. So they're playing with their backup quarterback, and Alabama still barely beat them. Texas actually, I think, kind of blew that game.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They did. That's as bad as you're going to see Alabama play and still be able to win. So I'm sure Nick Saban has given them hell all week.
He probably put a good
so they're going to be ready.
Good foot in their butt.
Yeah. So whoever they play this week, they're going to be in. They're going to score at least 50 on somebody, whoever it is this week. So Yeah. It's gonna be one of them games because knowing Saban, yeah, you happy you won, but he laid into him this week. So
There's not a lot of real good college matchups this weekend. Well, it seems like most of the big schools are playing some smaller colleges this week.
yeah.
So we don't get a whole lot of the other big time matchups like we had last week with some ranked teams playing each other. I think there's only one game that has two top 20 teams playing each other. I think that's Texas A&M and somebody. Can't remember who they play now.
I think that USC Fresno State game would be interesting.
It's going to be interesting to see how USC's defense is. Everybody was talking about how much they're improved. Well, let's see how good their defense is. What was Lincoln Riley's weakness in Oklahoma?
Defense.
They always had a great offense, but he could never get it right on the defensive side of the ball.
Mm-hmm.
And I know people hold, but who has USC really played so far this season? We need to see them get tested by a better offense. If their defense can hold up, they're going to be tough because their offense has looked good, but it's basically Oklahoma. I mean, look how many players followed Lincoln Riley to USC.
Yeah. And do y'all think if they go 13-0 that they'll be in the playoff? USC will be in the playoff?
I think so.
Okay.
I do.
They still got.
They still have that. They still have the USC name, and
Yeah.
And if they don't play a terrible schedule, I know they don't play the best schedule, but all you can do is play what you can. And look, I mean, Cincinnati got in last year by running the table, so I think if USC goes undefeated, I think they'll get one of them 4 spots.
Yeah, me too. I'm just glad that Notre Dame is out of it, so I don't have to.
Hate on Indiana. Man, what the hell? Hate on Indiana.
I don't have to see them this year.
I'm not a Notre Dame fan, so I don't care. I'm one of the few people from Indiana that's not a Notre Dame fan.
Yeah.
At least in football, it seems like everybody's a Notre Dame football fan around here, but I'm an IU guy. IU football, basketball.
Yeah.
And we've been terrible in football. Well, we had one good season a couple years ago in football, and then we went back to being irrelevant again. Marshall got $1.5 million to beat Notre Dame.
They got paid nicely to.
Not only they beat Notre Dame, they got paid to do it.
They got paid to do it, exactly. Yeah. But
I think, real quick, do you think that coach is going to make it all season? That Freeman?
If they don't,
he lost the bowl game last year. Then he lost the first 2 games this season. Ohio State, but losing to Marshall. If he don't win this next game, man, I think there's gonna be some heat on him.
If they don't make a bowl game, he is gonna be gone. Yes. Notre Dame, they don't take losing well.
No.
So if it don't do a whole 180 quick, Freeman, he's gonna be out of there. But Georgia is the best team in college football right now to me.
Oh yeah, without a shadow of a doubt.
Yeah,
they should have been ranked number 1 to begin with.
Yeah, they should have been. Yeah,
but yeah, they're the best team I've watched all season in college football. Their offense is what I expected it to be, even better than last year because they had everybody on offense back. Mm-hmm. And the question was going to be their defense, but I wasn't that worried about it. I knew they lost 7 or 8 starters to the NFL, but Georgia's one of them schools that have 4 or 5 star recruits behind those 6 or 7 guys that made it to the NFL. So I wouldn't. I mean, I knew they were going to have the athletes on the defensive side. That even if there was a fall off, it wasn't going to be that big where they were just going to be terrible.
Yeah. Kirby Smart knows how to coach. He learned from the best, and he's now doing it at Georgia. That could be the next, dynasty. So he's definitely, doing it. Scott Frost got fired this week.
Yeah.
in Nebraska. It was fun watching the end of that game. And when somebody you can kind of tell when somebody knows they are about to get fired. But because when it was over, Scott Frock, he took his headset off and it was kind of like, yeah, I'm not gonna be here in the next couple days. That's what it looked like.
He didn't make it a day, I don't think.
Yeah, he didn't make it
one day. They done it Sunday night.
Yeah,
he didn't make it to Monday.
So he got up out of there, that was the right thing.
And the bad thing is, I don't think he's a bad coach. I think he shouldn't have left UCF when he did. He went to a bad situation at Nebraska. Yeah, Nebraska has that big time name in football but all that glory is from back in the 90s. It's all in the back in the 90s and early 2000s. It ain't like they've been a powerhouse here anytime lately. Now, back in the day when they had Rob Dane and them guys, hey, Nebraska was a force, but they haven't been. And he went in there to try to turn it around. He walked into a bad situation, and they're going to have to give somebody, I think, 3 or 4 years. Whoever you hire, you're going to have to give them at least 3 years to see if they're going to be able to turn it around because they just don't have the talent right now. And you got to give them a chance to try to get that talent. If you just keep switching coaches every couple of years, you're never going to get out of that rut.
Yeah. And that's, I think the Huskers kind of live in the past too much, thinking, we can get 5-star players and we can know you could back then. But nobody wants to go to Nebraska to play football anymore.
It's like 116 fucking degrees there.
Yeah. I mean, during the summer it is. I don't know. The winter time.
I went there for a national wrestling tournament. I was on Team Indiana, and we traveled there to this big tournament. We stayed actually at the University of Nebraska dorms, is where we stayed. And man, dude, you'd be walking to practice, and the damn tar on the road would be sticking to your shoes. It was so hot. I mean, dude, it was like 116 one day when we were there. And of course, I was overweight, so my dumb ass has a hoodie on and sweats, and I'm outside running in 116 degrees, trying to lose a couple pounds. But that's my memory in Nebraska it was too damn hot.
Yeah, during the summer, yeah.
And it wouldn't have been as bad but it was so humid, man. And
I've never been to Nebraska at all.
I have traveled through there before. It's weird because Nebraska and Iowa is like they get this cool, chill wind that blows through there. And it's weird because even during the summertime, you think, okay, well, even though it's 8 a.m, it's still going to be warm. I remember one time driving through there, stopped at the gas station, come out the car. It's like, whoa. That breeze that felt like a fall breeze, not a summer breeze. Their weather is kind of weird, there. But in college football, what these schools have to start, realizing is your head coach, whatever coach you bring in, that's the guy that's either going to make your program good or bad. College football is all about coaching, having that coach get the 5-star players and all that. Georgia wasn't nothing until Kirby Smart got there. Bama wasn't nothing until Nick Saban got there. You got to have guys to where players want to come there to play.
Yeah.
And you got to have a guy that knows how to put good people around him, hires the right assistants, the right coordinators that can help, that believe in the same thing he believes in, and it's going to keep it going. Because if you don't get them right guys at the coordinator position, I don't care how good a head coach you are, you're going to struggle. You have to have, and that's one thing I think Saban does. he can get the right guys around him, and he's able to get anybody, the guys that he hires, to buy into the Alabama way.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think some coaches have a trouble doing that. They hire these guys, then they have ego problems, and you can't have that on the coaching staff. Coaching staff has to be united. You can't have a split coaching staff trying to run a team, especially in college.
Exactly. Yeah. It all has to be one. And Bama does a great job of that. Georgia does a great job of that. That's why they're always at the top, because they have strong, leaders.
Clemson does a good job at that. I think it's going to hurt them that they lost their defensive coordinator.
Yeah.
He took a head job. He's at Oklahoma.
Sooners. Yeah.
He took the head coaching job at Oklahoma. I think he's going to do good too. I think that Venables is a hell of a coach. I think he's the best defensive coordinator. He was the best defensive coordinator in college football, in my opinion. The adjustments he would make at halftime of games. It was just crazy, the things he was able to do with that defense there in Clemson. And if he can get Oklahoma's defense turned around, Oklahoma's going to be tough.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oklahoma can definitely win the Big 12 if their defense, does get right.
Steelers placed linebacker TJ Watt on IR. I think everybody figured they were going to do that because they said he'll miss at least 6 weeks. So they got lucky. He didn't have to have surgery. If he had to have surgery, it'd been even longer. Might have missed the rest of the season.
That's the season, yeah. Steelers showed up in that first game. I didn't expect them to win that.
Oh, Mitchell.
I mean,
Trubisky played good, but Steelers defense played good. But you also have to look at everybody's getting I think a little too high on the Steelers because the Bengals had 5 turnovers, and it still took Steelers still had to go to overtime to beat them. If you get 5 turnovers, you should blow that team out. You know what I mean? If they turn the ball over 5 times, the game shouldn't be close. But no, I think Trubisky's going to do good with Mike Tomlin. I really do. I think a lot of Trubisky's problem was Matt Nagy.
Yeah.
And Rob, you know Matt Nagy being a guy that watches the Bears all the time.
He's a yes man. He's okay. That's what you want to
do. And now he has a job doing that. So there it is.
Oh God.
Yeah,
yes, Pat, whatever you want.
They keep him away from Mahomes.
Yeah. No, I mean him being a quarterback's coach. I'm sure they talk and go over plays, but it's Pat telling him what he wants, not the other way around.
Yeah, you better hope it stays like that. It goes the other way around. Chiefs are gonna be in trouble.
Oh my God!
But shout out to Rob's Bears though. They pulled off the upset, beating the 49ers in that flood that was
monsoon.
Yeah.
They did the water slide.
Yeah.
With all that rain, was the roads in Chicago flooded?
You know what? It only rained. I wasn't here because I was still in New York. But from what I was just talking with somebody about it, and they was like, yeah, it only rained over the stadium. It was weird. He was like, it was dry everywhere else,
Yeah.
And it was raining. It was raining on and off in New York. So just muggy weather all around. But I feel bad for saying this as a Chicagoan. My good win, Bears. I just want y'all to beat the Packers. If you beat the Packers this week, to me, that's a good season. Okay. I understand the stress that this Bears organization is going through right now. We have a decent quarterback in Justin Fields. He still has a lot of growing and learning to do, but that offensive line is horrible. Okay. Just flat out bad. And I fear for that kid's life right now.
Now, I will say this is the year for the Bears to smack down on the Packers.
Beat them, kick them while they down.
If there was any year where y'all can go to Aaron Rodgers and be like, we own you now, this is the year for that.
I promise you, bro. I know the Bears. I got my boy Tom Brady winning it all, and you guys know how I feel about old Goat Brady. But for the Bears, if you can just sweep the season series against the Packers, I'll love you again. I will love you again. I hate the Green Bay Packers. I don't even like putting cheese on my hamburger just because I don't like a cheesehead.
Speaking of the Green Bay Packers, what you guys think on these thoughts about what's your thoughts on this Brett Favre stuff coming out? Man, he used to be one of my favorite players, but now I'll still respect him like what he done on the field. But if this is all true, he's a terrible human being. I mean, you're stealing from poor people and not only that, in one of the poorest states in the country.
Oh, that's right. The whole food stamp thing. Yeah.
Well, it's crazy, man. I just don't understand it. If he wanted to build a volleyball thing out of damn college, the dude's made all kinds of money. He still does endorsements, but you pay for it.
Exactly.
Or you find investors. You don't take welfare money to pay for it.
Yeah, that was definitely wrong with him doing that. I don't know what was.
And I think the charges right now are just all civil. So right now he's not even facing no criminal charges or nothing.
Criminal.
Yeah, man, it's all civil. Chris, you see that they said that Ted DiBiase and his family is also a part of this scandal.
I heard him mention a pro wrestler, but I didn't know which one. So it's DiBiase.
Ted DiBiase. Yeah, Ted DiBiase.
Man, his brother, man. Hey, everybody has a price.
Everybody has a price. I mentioned that earlier with Ray. Everybody has a price. But yeah, and Ted DiBiase, has his, he's a born again Christian, and he's been doing this ministry thing, and they're saying like $1.7 million or $7 million went to that ministry fund and all that. So it's a lot of underhandedness going on. I agree with Ray, as he mentioned earlier. I don't want to persecute the man, but with all the text messages and things coming out, you saying if I take this money, people gonna find out where it came from. But we don't really know if Brett Favre knew where it came from. But right now, I can fully say I am pointing fingers at the public officials in the state of Mississippi. You knew that was wrong. It's already a impoverished state, and you just gonna put it in poverty even more by not actually using the funds for what they're for, is to help these impoverished families. So it's just shame on them. Shame on them.
Because if you really want to build a volleyball thing, there's all kinds of grants. There's all kinds of grants and stuff you can apply for.
Yeah.
To try to get some money to help with that. You go that route. Don't
take money away from people that don't have it.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's just wrong.
It's very wrong.
It's wrong. And if it comes out that Brett Favre did do that,
nobody till all the facts come out. But man,
right? Yeah.
It don't look good.
It don't look good at all, and it was already individuals found guilty in the state of Mississippi prior to this for doing something similar, for moving funds and redistributing it in other places. And, it shows you how crazy this country is. You're attacking, this country wants to go after people who, did fraud on unemployment, did fraud. I mean, but how you think most of these people that got money got this money?
Right.
And how you think some of these people that got money keeping this money? I mean, hey, some of your biggest criminals come with a tailored suit and a tie on.
Oh yeah.
Nothing ever happens to them, trust.
Oh man, some of your most underhanded deals have happened over a golf course with a cigar and a cup of bourbon, a glass of bourbon. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
You don't look at them, but hey, Ain't it funny how they compared the mafia organization to a corporation? That ain't by mistake.
True.
Yeah.
It's true. Just wanted to point this out. It is September 15th, and the Seattle Seahawks are in first place in the NFC West. Just putting that out there. I may never say that sentence again the rest of the season. So
no, Greg.
Like, hey.
Greg, the Legion of Boom is back, baby. The 12th man is back.
Dude, Denver's coach done everything to lose that game.
Yes,
Denver still had a damn chance to win it.
They still had a chance.
I just don't understand.
I was enjoying that game. I'm glad that Denver lost that. Thank you, Denver.
You paid somebody $200+ million in the contract to kick a 64-yard field goal when you have a quarterback who you just gave 161 guaranteed money to, and that's what you decide to do. Nathaniel hacked it. That was horrible.
Dude,
horrible play calling. And it wasn't just that call.
Yeah, no,
he had bad play calling throughout the day.
Yeah, he did.
The communication was all out of whack. He's not a head coach. He's been an offensive coordinator for a couple years. He was in Green Bay with Aaron Rodgers. Rodgers was the league MVP. And the only reason that Denver went and got this dude is because they thought they were going to get Aaron Rodgers. That's the only reason they hired Hackett. They hired Hackett to try to lure Rodgers there because they knew them two had a good relationship. Now you're stuck with a guy that has no clue what the hell he's doing as a head coach.
Yeah, that wasn't a good first game.
I mean, it's only one game, so I'll give him a little leeway. Let's see why he does his second game. But hey,
one game, but you know what?
I don't know how you clean all that up.
I feel like Russell Wilson just gets screwed all around. I mean, it's not a bad play caller from Pete Carroll. Now you come here, you get bad play calling for your very first game against your former team. It didn't happen at the worst time.
If you're Russell Wilson, when that coach is saying about going for that field goal, you should be telling that coach, hey, no, let's go for it. You should be at least trying to get him to go for it, not just, okay, let's kick the field goal. No. He should have been lobbying to get out there in that field.
Oh, you're gonna be talking about me on Sports Center because they're gonna be like, "What was going on between Russell Wilson and Nathaniel Hackett?" I'm asking, is this what you paid me for to watch this?
Yeah,
that's me in Seattle for this.
I put a little bit of it on Wilson because he's a Super Bowl winning quarterback. With your stature, you should have stood up to that first year coach and be like, "No, dude, I'm going out there. We're picking up this first down. We're gonna win this damn game." If you don't pick up the first down, at least you've done it with the ball in your best player's hand.
Hey, we seen LeBron James do it.
Yeah.
When they called up a play for someone, he said, "Give me the damn ball. I'm going in the corner. I'm shooting this jumper. We're going to live and die with me." Even though that was against my Chicago Bulls. I mean, it was a hell of a play. Sometimes you just have to take – I know what's going on this field better than you do, okay?
Yeah. I'm out here. It's the same thing Aaron Rodgers should have done
against Tampa Bay?
Yeah. When they went for the field goal. The same damn thing. Rodgers should have said, hell no.
I think Aaron was a little afraid of that moment.
Oh, yeah, he was.
He was afraid of that moment.
He would have ran in the lane.
I mean, right. He actually had a chance to score the touchdown. I mean, all you had to do is keep running. Run, Aaron. Run.
But, David said Denver made Geno Smith become a Hall of Fame candidate.
Hey, Geno looked like Joe Montana had came back for one more hurrah. I mean, he was out there diamond on the Denver Broncos.
You think he's gonna be able to do it this game?
Hell no.
You think he just was hot? I think he was just hot one game.
I think it was hot, and I just think it was, Seattle. The crowd was ready.
Denver didn't know what the hell they were doing.
Yeah,
Denver,
because that defense looked a little rattled,
Mm-hmm.
I think because of the leadership, though. I think Nathaniel Hackett got rattled. He got rattled. Yeah. He was in a situation. He didn't want to lose to Seattle. He wants to make Russell Wilson looks good. I mean, but come on now. I mean,
yeah, you walk into this team that everybody said was a quarterback away. Well, you got the quarterback now. You're the guy in charge, and if it don't work, it's all on you. But it's all on you, buddy.
On you.
Hey, now I did see this though. I love to see the moment that Russell Wilson and DK Metcalf had at the end of the game.
Yep.
Yeah.
Don't be surprised if DK don't end up in Denver next year.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Oh, he was crying. He was almost crying. He missed Russell Wilson so much. I mean,
yeah, I would too. He got Geno Smith throwing him the ball.
Right, yeah.
Like, oh Lord Jesus. He's trying to get paid now. What a time to be in the NFL.
Yeah. DK, please stay in Seattle. Do not come to Denver. Do not come to Denver.
Hey, Greg, it seems like
It's enough players in the
AFC West is getting tougher and tougher. Let me tell you.
I'll tell you.
Because
I
I'm gonna
love
tell
the
you
way the
this.
AFC West is right now because like every week we get a playoff caliber game.
Yes, indeed, Chris. And I'm gonna tell you this. I know I got the Chiefs winning tonight. I got the Chiefs winning tonight.
I'm going with the Chargers.
But let me tell you something. The way that Khalil Mack and Bosa looked together in that first half versus that Raiders game, whoo.
I'll be honest. That's one reason I'm leaning towards the Chargers in a close game. I think it's going to be a close game. Like I'm thinking, like maybe 38-35 or something like that.
You know what though? I said this: the Chargers, if they want to win, they're gonna have to exploit that defense.
The only thing that worries me,
the Chiefs, and you got to run that ball.
Yeah,
you got to run that ball down the Chiefs' throats. Yeah, Keenan Allen not there.
Keenan Allen, that makes me worried a little bit, but
yeah.
But man, that defense looked good for the most part against the Raiders. There toward the end, they started letting the Raiders come back. Yeah. But most of that game, the Raiders and Carr couldn't do hardly nothing.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this: it's only so long you can hold Devontae Adams back. He is still the number one receiver in football, and he showed that in the second half of that game. I mean, he put a juke move on that one dude. He made him find Jesus.
Yeah.
I think we know Greg has the Chiefs tonight.
Yeah, I have the Chiefs winning. I've been saying the Chiefs have the best offensive line in football. They need to prove me right tonight. So,
they're gonna have their hands full.
We're gonna have a test tonight.
The thing is, adding Khalil Mack to this team, and Ray alluded to it earlier. You cannot double team Bosa. You cannot double team Mack. So now these guys are gonna get so many one-on-ones, which is why Mack looks so much better than he did with the Bears, is because he's like, wait, you guarding me one-on-one?
Yeah.
I ain't had
this
in a long
time. Are you crazy? That's like letting Aaron Donald get a one-on-one. What? Are you crazy?
Now, sometimes, if they do get close to Pat, we all know Pat can spin up out of there and throw some 50 yards downfield. So,
or give you one of them underhand. You saw that underhand touchdown he did.
The underhand.
I say, man, Pat Mahomes is like a wizard. That dude is just so good. You know what? I can honestly say he's a trendsetter. I've never seen an individual play the quarterback position like Pat Mahomes. He makes that shit look fun. Like it almost sometimes looks like he's toying with people. Like he wants to try this move. I mean, I ain't gonna be surprised if we see him do an and one between the leg pass, touchdown, something. I mean, Pat Mahomes is amazing.
Next we're gonna see him throwing behind the back passes.
I'm telling you, man. I mean, dude gonna be doing skyhook touchdowns.
Behind the back screen pass.
Yeah. Well, actually, during training camp, they did actually practice
the behind the back. Yeah.
Pass play. I don't know if this will ever happen in an actual game.
I wouldn't be surprised. Maybe you playing somebody like Detroit and you just running up the score.
You just want to do it. Yeah.
What the hell?
Let's see what happens. Let's try it one time.
Hey, but you know what though, Pat Mahomes. I mean, I know it's just game one, so you can't say that the great teams look so great right now. You can't say that the bad teams look so bad right now. However, though, Pat Mahomes is proven, and to me, just based off his body language and the way that he's able to rally this team, he has a different focus this year. I'm still riding with the Buccaneers, and I'm still riding with the Bills to come out of the AFC. But it's gonna be a rematch between the Bills and the Chiefs. Oh, I cannot wait for that. These teams are gonna clash. Because I just think right now the Bills and the Chiefs, they are up here and everybody in the AFC are down there. That's what I think right now.
It's the new rivalry. It's what Patriots Colts used to be. It's what Cowboys 49ers used to be.
Yeah. Because Von Miller looks great with the Bills. Oh my God.
Oh man.
Oh my God.
I think what happens tonight, if the Chargers have a good showing tonight, that you can be able to put them up there.
You can. You can, especially with that defense. I want to see how that defense, and I'm glad they're getting an early test like that. You catching the fresh Patrick Mahomes. I want to see the best of the best. So I want to see what this defense can do against this offense. The only thing, like I said, I'm scared of is the fact that the Chiefs have a non-existent run game, and you know, you're still questionable about that defense. And I believe the Chargers can affect the game by running on their side of the ball and keeping the ball out of Pat Mahomes' hands.
Yeah, they're
to
gonna
commit to it, but that Staley
You got to
don't
commit to it. Yeah,
Staley
you
don't
got to
like
commit
committing
to
to the
it.
run. He likes throwing that ball around.
Nah, man. You sometimes you got to play
Oh
smart.
no, I
football.
agree with you. That's
Yeah.
what
Do you want Pat Mahomes
that's what I
getting
was telling
40
Greg
minutes
earlier. They need
time
to
of
run the
possession?
ball, but they don't.
Yeah, if the Chargers are able to shorten this game, then their chances of winning go up really, really high.
Yeah.
But tonight, yeah, we do Chiefs. Clyde has to show, which he did. He showed me some, in this, first game. But I want to see some more screens with Clyde, because Clyde has the speed. I just wish they would give him more screen passes so they can, so he can use that.
Yeah.
So hopefully we'll see that tonight.
OBJ ain't the number one no more. I'm sorry to tell you.
Oh,
I
he's
don't
not
think
number
the
one
Chiefs will need
You don't need him.
OBJ. If the offense is gonna keep clicking like it did Sunday, then they won't do it. But
And I think, for the Chiefs side of things, you want to attack that defense. I think McCole Hardman's going to have a good game.
yes,
You're
McCoy.
going to have to kill him through that slot. I think that slot is going where you can catch him in between the scenes and you can catch him with them windows open. And Herbert is the type of quarterback that can do it. I mean, and we know that Mahomes is the quarterback that can do it as well. He's accurate. And especially if you catch that man when he gets to moving out of that pocket. Oh yeah, I think he's deadlier out of the pocket than he is in the pocket.
Yes, very much so. And it's definitely going to come down to who has ball last.
Yeah.
And I just trust that our offensive line is going to do what they do.
Do what you get paid for.
Not saying that Mac or Bosa won't get a sack because they are that good. So they more than likely are going to get one. But just like I was saying, earlier, just make sure they don't take over the game.
Yeah.
They cannot take over this football game. And this game is bigger for the Chiefs because the Chargers' schedule after this game gets a little bit light. Especially the next 5 games, you don't want them to jump out to a 7-0 record. So this
got the potential to do
it. Yeah, this game is big.
Oh yeah, I see you got your Kansas City hat on. Proudful, Greg. Proud of your Chiefs.
You probably gonna have his Kansas City. You gonna have your Kansas City jersey on tonight during the game?
Yeah, tonight. Yeah, I will. Yeah, I will. Yeah.
I hope they don't make you hit the table or nothing, bro.
Oh, good. No, it felt good. It felt good Sunday that I didn't have to see Daniel Sorensen do something dumb, so I didn't have to hit nothing.
Greg's will be on tomorrow. Greg's will be on tomorrow afternoon. Make it on the table.
I'm telling you,
if this game don't go good tonight,
hey,
you better tune in tomorrow.
That Chiefs defense, boy, made Arizona look like they took a couple steps back, didn't they?
Yeah.
But Arizona's missing their best weapon.
Yeah, they missing there. They are.
Yeah, D-Hop.
They missing D-Hop. But you know what? Like I said, that's why I question that defense. Yeah. They missing D-Hop. They still put up 21 points. Yeah. I mean, Pat Mahomes scored with them 44-21 the final score, something like that.
Yeah,
so
44.
I mean, 40. You're not gonna get that many 44-point games. So think if this was a regular game, the Cardinals was right in it.
Yeah. Well, one of the things we said on our Chiefs show is, and we shall see what happens in this game if the Chiefs can put up another 40. But I said, could they break the record that Denver did in 2013, where they scored 606 points that season. And I really think they can get close. I think they can get close to it.
That was a magical year.
That was a magical year.
Peyton Manning came out with a different type of mentality. I mean, that man. What the opening night, didn't he have like 5 or 6 touchdowns? Right?
Yeah, he had 6 that.
Yeah. I mean, and he had weapons. We had Demarius Thomas, maybe rested, and Pete, Julian Thomas. I mean, he had some weapons on that. Wes Welker.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying the offenses are similar because now has multiple people as well. So
and that's why I say I don't think losing Tyreek Hill. It really, I mean, to get Valdez-Scantling, to get Juju Smith, you're not gonna really miss that. Honestly, you just got 2 weapons now. Now you got 2.
You have a guy that can run routes better than what Hill could,
and you got a speed
guy.
That's all you need, and you still got the up and coming GOAT tight end.
Yeah,
but
I love Travis Kelce.
Oh yeah, Kelsey's tough. Before we get out of here, let's get to final thoughts.
After you guys.
Oh yeah, I was reading the message, but no. Let's get the final thoughts. I have another show starts in about 10 minutes.
I'm about to eat lunch.
Okay, yeah.
I put my lunch to the side for y'all. That's how much I love you.
I have the sports betting show starts at 3, but let's get the final thoughts for today. I know. Let's start, Greg.
All right, big game tonight. I have the Chiefs winning. It's big so that you don't want the Chargers, like I said, to jump out to that 7-0 record. Because the schedule gets light for them the next 5 games. So got to win this one. And if you are putting your money on the Chiefs, yes, they will cover. So Chris, make sure you let them know on your show the Chiefs will cover. Yeah.
Well, I got 2 things to say. The Chiefs better win tonight, especially with all of the injuries that the Chargers have. So, it's going to be a test to see how tough this Chargers team is. And Bears, please just beat the Packers. You cannot let Aaron Rodgers get away with saying he owned us. I mean, the statement has been true up to now, but I don't mind kicking a man while he's down. Kick him hard. Bear down, baby.
Yeah.
All I got is should be a great game tonight. Don't forget it's on Amazon Prime. So if you're looking for it on your TV and you can't find it, that's why you have to go Amazon Prime. I think it's like $13 a month, unless you have other ways that you can get it that don't really talk about it on air. But I think it's going to be a great game. Join us at 3 o'clock. Hearing about it probably a little after 3 for Easy Money, a sports betting show. We'll talk about tonight's game. Talk about the baseball games that's going on today, and we'll take a look ahead to Sunday's games. And then also, today's Thursday, isn't it?
Yeah, Thursday.
Yeah. Also, check out Unscripted tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern. You can find it on Facebook at Unscripted or on the ASAP Sports Network. Yeah, Jay McLovin, Logan Landers, Frankie's on there. I'm on there. Rob's on there sometimes. It's a kind of rotating wheel of people that go through that show. It's a good time, so make sure you tune that 7 o'clock Tuesdays and Thursdays, 8 o'clock on Saturdays. But other than that, unless you guys got anything else?
No, sir, man. Good talking sports with you, gentlemen.
Yeah, always. Yeah. Like I said, it was nice having Greg back on the show. We haven't been on him for a while.
Yeah, it's good to be back, boy.
Been busy being a dad.
Being a dad is a full-time job, let me tell you.
Oh, yeah.
It is full-time. So shout out to all the dads, man. Look, it's
like you're working 2 full-time jobs now.
Yes. But we do it because we love our kids.
Yep.
Hey, shout out to you, man, and shout out to all the fathers out here holding it down for their youngest, man.
And they grow up quick, man. It's hard to believe my son's already 22 years old. It's like, man, I remember when I was still holding you in my arm.
Oh, that's a beautiful thing.
It goes quick.
Yeah.
But want to thank everybody for joining us, and we will see you guys tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern with another episode of the ASAP Afternoon Blitz.
All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. 365, we making up plays. We talking the game, get you through the days. We're high in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety topics, living the same. All presentation, sports information. Hitting the airways, taking the nation. All sport, all plays, they working your faces. Grace at the field, so tie the laces. All sports, all plays.